Hello, and welcome. If you're here, chances are you've seen the promise. It's plastered across the internet, a gleaming beacon for every aspiring trader. A $100,000 account, a $300,000 account, even a $1 million account. All yours to trade. All you have to do is pass a simple challenge. It's the ultimate dream, isn't it? Financial freedom, the end of the 9-to-5 grind, the chance to finally trade with capital that matters, to make life-changing money from your laptop. You just need to prove you're a good trader. But then reality hits. You pay the fee, you start trading, and almost immediately something feels wrong. A palpable pressure you've never felt before. You watch your equity, not your charts. You take profits too early. You let losers run, praying for a reversal before you hit that dreaded daily drawdown. Before you know it, you violated the rules. Account gone. You tell yourself it was a fluke, bad luck, a poor market. So you try again. You pay another fee. And the cycle repeats, and repeats, and repeats. Here's the statistic these firms don't put on their homepage. Industry insiders estimate that over 90%, perhaps even 95% of all traders who attempt a prop firm challenge fail. It begs a terrifying question. Is this system, this multi-billion-dollar industry, actually designed for you to win? Or is it an elaborate, perfectly engineered machine designed for one purpose: to profit from your failure? Tonight, we are pulling back the curtain. We are not just looking at the rules. We are exposing the real business model of prop firms. And I'll tell you right now, it has very little to do with finding profitable traders. Their entire business model is built to monetize one single, powerful, and predictable human emotion: your fear.
Part 1. The Impossible Dream and the Harsh Truth. To understand the machine, you must first understand the bait. The prop firm challenge is one of the most brilliant marketing funnels ever created. It starts with an illusion of opportunity. Think about it. For a fee of, say, $500, you get a chance to control a $100,000 account. In no other industry on earth can you find leverage like that. It's intoxicating. It feels like a lottery ticket, but one that you can control with your skill. This low cost of entry, compared to the enormous potential prize, short-circuits our rational brain. We focus on the $100,000 prize, not the $500 cost. But that $500 is not just an entry fee. It is the primary product. The firms have done the math. They know that at a 95% failure rate, the vast majority of their revenue doesn't come from profit splits with successful traders. It comes from the continuous, reliable, high-margin stream of challenge fees from the 95% who fail. They are not in the business of allocating capital. They are in the business of selling access to a video game, a game you are psychologically programmed to lose. And they ensure you lose by building the game's architecture not around market principles, but around human psychology. They have engineered a psychological squeeze, and it's built on 4 pillars of fear.
Part 2. Deconstructing the challenge, the 4 pillars of fear. Let's dissect the rules, not as trading parameters, but as psychological weapons. Pillar 1. The Max Drawdown, often a trailing one. The Max Drawdown is the most terrifying rule. It's usually set at 10% or 12%. On a $100,000 account, that's a $10,000 buffer. Seems like a lot, right? Wrong. This isn't a buffer, it's a cliff edge you are forced to walk alongside at all times. The moment you are in profit, that trailing drawdown follows you up. A $5,000 gain means your new zero line is $95,000. You are never allowed to fall back.
You are never allowed to have a significant, normal statistical pullback. This rule directly attacks a core human bias, loss aversion. Studies show that we feel the pain of a loss twice as intensely as the pleasure of an equivalent gain. When you see that drawdown limit approaching, you're not thinking about your strategy, you're feeling the visceral pain of losing the challenge. This fear makes you do the exact opposite of what you should do. You'll cut a winning trade short just to bank a small profit and move away from the cliff. And you'll hold a losing trade longer, widening your stop loss, praying it turns around, because closing it for a loss means stepping 1 inch closer to that instant death violation. It's a perfect trap.
Pillar 2, the daily drawdown, the straitjacket. If the max drawdown is a cliff, the daily drawdown is a straitjacket. This rule, often set at 4% or 5%, is even more insidious. It doesn't care if your strategy is profitable long-term. It only cares about today. A normal, healthy trading strategy might involve taking 2 or 3 small, calculated losses before landing one big win. But with a daily drawdown limit, those first 2 losses send you into a panic. You are suddenly halfway to being kicked out for the day or even the entire challenge. This rule punishes normal market volatility. It forces you to trade in an unnatural, constricted way. It's designed to make you afraid to execute your own system. You become timid, you hesitate, you second guess. And in trading, hesitation is death. It also manufactures end-of-day panic. If you are down 3% by 2 p.m., you are faced with an impossible choice. Accept the loss and have almost no room to trade tomorrow, or double down and try to make it back before the cutoff. This directly encourages high-risk, low-probability revenge trading. Pillar 3, the time limit, the ticking bomb. This is the accelerant, the 30-day or 60-day limit. This rule ensures that the pressure from the first 2 pillars becomes unbearable. You don't just have to be profitable, you have to be profitable right now. A professional trader might sit on their hands for 2 weeks, waiting for a single perfect A+ setup. The prop firm challenge punishes this discipline. The clock is ticking. You must trade. This ticking bomb forces you to take subpar B or C grade setups. It encourages overtrading. It creates a constant, low-level anxiety that clouds your judgment. And what happens when you're down 2% with only 1 week left? You throw your strategy out the window, you enter Hail Mary mode, slapping on maximum leverage, praying for a miracle. The time limit is designed to break your discipline and force you to gamble. And the house always wins against a gambler.
Pillar 4, the profit target, the moving finish line. By itself, this would be a simple goal, but when combined with the other 3 pillars, it becomes a psychological torture device. The profit target creates performance anxiety. You're not just trying to avoid the drawdowns, you're desperately trying to reach the target. This creates a fatal get-rich-quick mindset. Instead of risking 0.5% per trade, you risk 2% or 3% because you need to hit that target before the time runs out. But risking 3% on a $100,000 account when your real capital is only the $10,000 drawdown is not a 3% risk. It's a 30% risk. It's insanity. A single loss can wipe out a third of your buffer, sending you into a spiral of fear and revenge trading. These 4 pillars are not a test of skill. They are a psychological squeeze designed to find your emotional breaking point and then push you past it.
Part 3, the fear engine, how they monetize your psychology. So how does this all translate into profit for them? It creates a perfect, self-sustaining loop of failure. We call it the hamster wheel. It works like this. Step 1, the hook, hope. The trader, let's call him Alex, sees the ads. He dreams of the 100K account. He believes in his strategy. He pays the $500 fee full of confidence. Step 2, the first hit, anxiety. Alex takes his first trade. It's a loss, just a small, normal 1% loss. But on the challenge, it's not just a loss. The max drawdown trails down. The daily drawdown is 20% used. He feels a jolt of anxiety. He's no longer just trading, he's losing the challenge. Step 3, the squeeze, fear. The time limit is ticking. He feels he needs to make back that loss quickly. He takes a B-grade setup he normally would have skipped. It also loses. Now he's down 2%. The fear is palpable. He's hyper-focused on that drawdown limit. His next winning trade, he cuts it at the first sign of profit just to get some green on the board, leaving 80% of the move on the table. Step 4, the gamble, desperation. He's now halfway through the challenge, down 3%, and the profit target feels a million miles away. His discipline is broken. He sees a high-impact news event. He thinks, this is it, I have to pass. He disables his stop loss and goes all in. The market whipsaws. His screen flashes red, max drawdown violated. The challenge is over. His $500 is gone. He feels shame, frustration, and anger. Step 6, the reset, the hook again. Within an hour, an email lands in his inbox. So close, Alex. Don't give up on your dream. Here's a 20% discount on your next challenge.
This is the genius of the model. The failure itself is the marketing for the next purchase. The reset preys on the gambler's fallacy, the human need to win back what we've lost. So Alex pays again and again. He is now on the hamster wheel, and his fees are funding the entire operation. This model is far closer to a casino or a gym than a trading firm. Think of a casino. The house doesn't bet against you. It doesn't need to. It just charges you a fee, the rake in poker or the edge in blackjack, to play a game where the long-term odds are slightly in their favor. The prop firm rules are the edge. The challenge fee is the rake. Or think of a gym membership. Gyms sell millions of annual memberships in January, knowing that 80% of those people will stop coming by March. They don't profit from the people who get in shape. They profit from the intention to get in shape. Prop firms profit from your intention to be a profitable trader, not your actual success. This leads to the most critical concept, the asymmetry of risk. When you pay your $500 fee, you are taking 100% of the financial risk, and you are taking 100% of the psychological risk. You are the one battling fear, anxiety, and greed. What is the firm's risk? Zero. Absolutely none. They don't have a single dollar in the live market. Your demo account is just numbers on a screen. If you lose $10,000 in the challenge, they haven't lost a cent. They have gained $500. But wait, you say, what about the 5% who do pass? What about the funded traders? This is the final, brilliant piece of their marketing. First, the 5% who pass are not their primary revenue. They are their primary marketing tool. Every payout picture you see on Instagram is an advertisement paid for by the fees of the 95% who failed. It's the proof of concept. It's the jackpot winner sign in the casino lobby, designed to keep everyone else pulling the lever. Second, where do you think that profit split money comes from? In many cases, it's not from a real live trading account. It's simply paid out directly from the massive pool of challenge fees they've collected. If 100 traders pay $500, $50,000 in revenue, and one trader passes and makes a $5,000 quote-unquote profit, the firm can pay them their 80% split directly from that revenue pool and still be up $46,000. They are not a partner. They are a psychological toll booth. They have placed themselves between you and the market and are charging you for a game that is rigged against your very human nature.
Does this hamster wheel sound familiar? Is Alex's story your story? I want to know. Down in the comments, tell me, what is the single most frustrating experience you've had with a prop firm challenge? Was it the time limit, the daily drawdown, or a rule you didn't even know existed? By sharing your story, you're not just venting. You're showing thousands of other traders that they are not alone in this struggle. Now, let's talk about how to break this cycle for good.
Part 4. Breaking the cycle. How to beat the house. So, are all prop firms a scam? Is it impossible to win? No, it's not impossible. But you cannot win by playing their game. You have to change the game entirely. You must beat the house, not just the market. This starts with a fundamental mindset shift. You are not just trading against the market. You're trading against the rules. The rules are your real opponent. You must design a strategy first to survive the rules, and second to be profitable. And the only way to survive the rules is to eliminate the weapon they use against you, fear. How do you do that? You expose their biggest lie, the lie of the $100,000 account. You must stop thinking you have $100,000. You don't. That number is a fantasy. It's a marketing gimmick. What is your real capital? What is the real amount of money you were allowed to lose? It's the drawdown. If you have a $100,000 account with a 10% max drawdown, your true, functional, real-world capital is $10,000. This is the antidote. This is how you flip the script. You must now adopt a micro-risk strategy based on your real capital. The average trader hears 1% risk and calculates 1% of $100,000. That's $1,000 risk per trade. But if your entire buffer for the challenge is $10,000, risking $1,000 is 10% of your real capital. This is financial suicide. It's no wonder you're terrified. 2 losses in a row, and you're down 20% of your buffer.
The professional trader, the one who beats the house, does this instead. They calculate 1% risk on their real capital. What is 1% of $10,000? It's $100. Your risk per trade should not be $1,000. It should be $100 or $50, 0.5%. When you make this change, something magical happens. The fear vanishes. It evaporates. Why? Because when your risk per trade is $100, a single loss is just a 1% dent in your real buffer. It's nothing. It's a cost of doing business. You can take 5 losses in a row and still be completely calm with 95% of your buffer intact, waiting for your winning strategy to play out. By risking small, you neuter the daily drawdown. You neuter the max drawdown, and you give yourself time. You diffuse the ticking bomb. You are no longer fighting your own biology. You are no longer a gambler. You are an actuary, a professional. But, you'll argue, how can I possibly hit the 10% profit target by risking so little? This is the final test. This is where you prove you are a trader, not a gambler. You do it slowly. You do it with patience. You do it by letting your winners actually run. Because you're no longer afraid, you don't cut your trade short. Your $100 risk can turn into a $300, $400, or $500 winner. You will hit the target not with one lucky Hail Mary trade, but with 20 or 30 calm, collected, professional executions. This is the only way. Finally, you must treat the fee as a business expense. Stop thinking of the $500 as a gamble. It is a subscription. It is the cost of access to high leverage. A professional trader budgets for this. They may allocate $3,000 for the year to attempt challenges. If they fail, it's a known business loss, not a personal failure. This removes the must-pass-now desperation. and choose your prison. Not all firms are created equal. Since you know the rules are the real enemy, find firms with better rules. Look for firms with no time limits. This is the #1 game changer. Higher drawdown limits, 12% versus 8. Non-trailing drawdowns. You are shopping for the most favorable playing field.
Part 5. Conclusion: the real secret. The secret of the prop firm industry is that it's not a trading industry at all. It is a high-volume, digital, fear monetization business. It's a psychological masterpiece built on our deepest dreams of financial freedom and our most primal fears of loss and failure. They've created a game where your own emotions are the final boss. But now, you know the secret. You know the model. You see the hamster wheel, and you know how to step off it. The $100,000 account is a lie. The only capital that matters is the drawdown. The rules are not a guide. They are the opponent. And fear is not a signal. It is the product they are selling. The only way to win is to refuse to buy it. The only way to beat the house is to master not the market, but to master yourself.
Thank you so much for watching. If this video opened your eyes, my first ask is that you hit the like button for the algorithm. My second ask is that you share this video with one other trader you know who is currently stuck in the prop firm cycle. You could save them thousands of dollars and immense frustration. And finally, if you are serious about mastering your trading psychology and breaking free from these systems, subscribe to this channel. We are building a community of professionals, not gamblers. This isn't just about trading, this is about control. Until next time, trade safe, trade smart, and do not let anyone profit from your fear.